down to the people. The amendment to the 1928 Birth and Death Registration Act will therefore actualize this provision to ensure that civil registration is done as closest as possible to the people of Kenya. Your Excellency, the second bill is also a small one with only 2 clauses. It's a bill that came out of the advisory that was given by the Attorney General, that we have 2 pieces of legislation which speaks to the promotion, the marketing, and the regulation of pyrethrum. The pyrethrum repeal bill, Your Excellency, was a bill, therefore, that was introduced in the National Assembly by the leader of the majority party, having emanated from the cabinet. The bill simply repeals the Pyrethrum Act of 1964, which has been amended severally, because that function, Your Excellency, in the year 2013 was given to the Agriculture and Food Authority in the 2013 Act. But we have been having 2 pieces of legislation which gives that function to AFA and also to the Pyrethrum Board. Even though the Pyrethrum Board has been moribund, the law has been giving them that authority, but which has been otherwise not been practiced by the board. And therefore, it's a cleanup of our laws, Your Excellency. The third bill, Your Excellency, is a bill introduced by a private member, the distinguished member for Kaiti constituency, the Honorable Joshua Kimilu. The Honorable Joshua Kimilu, Your Excellency, introduced this bill, which speaks to the regulation of the social work profession. It's a bill which has walked through the legislative process in the National Assembly for about 2 years now, having been introduced in the year 2024, and it was passed towards the end of last year, together with the other 2 pieces of legislation that you have assented to. This bill, Your Excellency, is in accord with the earlier act which you assented to last year, which spoke to the functions of the social workers in Kenya, the social work protection law. This one, Your Excellency, the new one by Honorable Member for Kaiti, provides for the regulation of the profession. That is the licensing, matters of the exams, matters of the discipline of our social workers. The bill provides, Your Excellency, that every person who is practicing social work needs to register with the institute, but conscious that there are many people who require to register, the bill gives them a window of 2 years within which to register and therefore fall within the bracket of the licensed social workers. The bill recognizes that there may be need for the institute to collaborate with other international bodies so as to provide job market for our Kenyans who may want to do social work outside the country, and therefore it enables the institute to network with other like-minded institutions providing for their profession, Your Excellency. It's a lengthy bill, Your Excellency, with a lot of significance to the profession. In keeping with the requirement of the Cabinet that these professional entities should not draw money from the exchequer, the bill provides that any funding of the institute and the entities created by the institute will be sourced from the licensing fees and other fees payable to the institute by those who want to practice. Therefore, it is not going to get any funding from the national exchequer, Your Excellency.
What is obtaining at the moment? What is the situation?
Your Excellency, at the moment, the field remains unregulated in terms of the profession. And when the bill was moving through the House, the member was able to convince his colleagues in the House that there is time now to regulate the profession so that those who are practicing the regulation are known, they are registered, And in case of discipline, there's a discipline mechanism within the profession, Your Excellency. And it became more urgent last year when you assented to social protection law, which gives certain instructions to our social workers. And without a professional law, our social work was going to remain highly unregulated as a profession. Therefore, our social workers join other professions who have an act of parliament, including Law Society of Kenya, the accountants, the financial analysts, who have laws providing for their profession and providing for the regulation of their sector, Your Excellency. Permit me, Your Excellency, to resign my commission for the day at this level.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Your Excellencies, with Your Excellency's assent, these three bills have acquired the full legal force and become a part of the body of laws of the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency, as we draw this ceremony to a close, may I most graciously invite you to present a signed copy of the acts to the Prime Cabinet Secretary for implementation and to the Attorney General, to the Solicitor General for publication into law. Your Excellency may also graciously present ceremonial copies of the Act to the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Leader of the Majority Party in the National Assembly, other members of Parliament present, and all esteemed state officials in attendance.
Congratulations.
In conclusion, Your Excellency will unveil and display an open ceremonial copy of the Acts, while other state officials shall bear closed copies. I thank Your Excellency, and this marks the end of our ceremony this morning.